Okay. Let's see if we are, okay, we're live. We are finally live. Hey there, Sparks, and hello to my new subscribers. It's Montina here, and my mission with this channel is to inspire, educate, and share information that helps you thrive in life and thrive in business. If that sounds good to you, subscribe. So this is so fun that I'm doing all of these live videos now and can come over and share some information that I believe is relevant for you all. And it's information that's necessary and needed for small businesses. So let me see, I got a lot of stuff going on in my office. So let me put it down a little closer. So welcome. So we're going to get started with this live stream today. And it's an Ask Me Anything. So if you're available, hop on, share the link. If you know someone that's in business, share the information. But I'm going to specifically be focusing on a DBE Academy series. That's for disadvantaged business enterprises. If you know someone that has a traditional business, plumbing, construction, flooring, electrical, dump trucks, hauling, dirt, anything, like if they explain it, you know immediately what they do. So it's not like a service-based business, but they're out providing a service. Water damage, this is the stream for them. There are trillions of dollars that have come through the Infrastructure and Investment Act, and I want to help small businesses increase access to these opportunities and produce better outcomes in their business. So we're going to be looking at this again for traditional businesses. Now, if you're kind of quick, I want to make money online, I want to know how to write books, this is not for you. I don't even want to waste your time. This is for traditional business owners that are like, look, I'm actually, I have some here. Construction, like I said, grading, clearing, demolition, site preparation, excavating. Let me see here. Anyone that has like general contracting or could do subcontracting, this is a great opportunity for you. And then again, drywall, painting, metal framing, acoustical ceilings, demolition. So I'm just reading off from some business cards, okay? This is the series for you. So we're going to talk about it. You haven't seen my video about the DBE certification. Why? I mean, it's the best certification. It's the one that I highly recommend for small businesses. So I want to show you this quick video, okay? And then I will circle back, okay? I'm going to circle back. So let me share my screen. Y'all get to see me with my hair done. So let me share my screen. So I look all cute with my hair done. Let me stop my video. All right, and then you'll be able to hear, let me change my microphone and listen to this video, okay? So this is who I am. I'm actually gonna fast forward it. These are the things my company does, but we're gonna fast forward and start it here. Here we go. In this video today, I'm gonna address the DBE certification. I'm specifically addressing this because I get a lot of messages through LinkedIn, through my website, online, everywhere. And it's specifically asking me about the DBE certification and what makes it different from the other certifications. So I have a whole series around certifications. I'm a huge advocate for certifications because they legitimize your business. But the DBE certification is my absolute favorite. Here's why. The DBE certification is Disadvantaged Business Enterprise. It is a federal certification that's used for Department of Transportation projects, also for airport projects, meaning construction, engineering, architectural. But there are a lot of NAICS codes that fit under, really all the NAICS codes fit under the Department of Transportation projects, okay? So if you don't know NAICS codes, you gotta watch my other videos because I explain all of that. Now, here's why I like the DBE certification. Number one, it's federal, it's free, and it's my favorite because it can be interstate. So my company has certifications in about a dozen different states, from Georgia, Hawaii, Louisiana, South Carolina, We have pending ones in Pennsylvania, Maryland, Minnesota, Oklahoma. And what happens is we start getting the lettings for those states. So we get opportunities from other states because we have the certifications. You have educational opportunities. Also, the interstate application is really simple. We actually have one in New Jersey as well. We're certified DBE in New Jersey. And most of the time, you can submit all of your paperwork from your home state. Then you're going to do a net worth affidavit, get that signed from a notary from your bank, which is free. And then you can send in that application, and it's just a simplified process to get your interstate application. Within that, especially for those of you that are traditional businesses like construction firms, engineering, architectural, facilities management, there are so many opportunities for you. Now, I'm non-traditional. I run a marketing company. We are exceptional at what we do, but you have to kind of figure out where to put us, which we help them. We help the primes reach their goals and do that. But again, for traditional businesses, it's much easier. So the DBE is my favorite because you can get that interstate application done and then get certified in multiple states. Also, with certifications, they legitimize your business. So now when I'm vetting businesses, I first go with certified businesses because I don't have time to figure out if you are a legit business, if you have articles of incorporation, if you filed your taxes, if you have defrauded someone. So basically, you can't get these certifications if you have things like that in 111. So again, if you have questions about it, if you need assistance, we are offering a program now where we're going to help guide you on the certifications, the process. It'll be a nominal fee because so many of you are asking. But we also have free information in the educational library, which I'll link here somewhere, either below the video or in the comments, wherever this video is posted. But it's free. But if you want me to come in and help you, you're going to pay me to do it. And I'm certain that I can assist you, again, with the paperwork that you need. Sometimes some things are just not applicable, but you don't know that until you submit the paperwork, okay? So again, Montina here, and I'm the founder and CEO of CI Media Group, and we love helping small businesses with their certifications. We love putting your marketing dollars to work, and we are also a certified woman, minority, and Section 3 company. So if we can be of assistance to you, please don't hesitate to reach out. All right, so let me switch back out my mic. So again, that's just a quick overview about the program. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to share my screen here because, again, these aren't sexy videos. Okay, I get it. These are not like, oh my God, I can make money in the next 4 weeks type of things. I found being in business for the last 10 years that the type of information that I need really centers around the type of information I'm going to share today. It's information that I wish I would have had access to sooner. There will also be a lot of people out there to say, you don't need to be certified. You don't need to be certified to get business. The reason I'm an advocate for certifications is because it legitimizes your business. I cannot tell you how many small business owners I meet that don't qualify to do business. You don't qualify to do the business because you don't have the services in place and programs in place and bonding in place. And some people just aren't even legit. Okay. So I want to help you make sure that you're legit, right? Well, I know that you know how to do the work, right? So there's an ebook, a book called The E-Myth, Technician, Manager, Entrepreneur. So you might be a great technician. You might be great at excavating and hauling and painting, but are you truly that entrepreneur? Do you want to just do the work and get the work done? Or do you want to be the one that does all the business development, marketing, handling the proposals, which is a lot of work? It's not simple to be in business or to be a CEO, which I was at one point when I had employees. So let me do this. You understand what the DBE is, but here is something else I want to add. Who is it best for? I am a non-traditional business. That means I run a digital marketing video production company. There are identifying codes, classification under a classification system, where my NAICS code just didn't fit with anything within this industry. So it took me years to figure out, how do I get business? I'm certified, but I want business. This is an exceptional space, again, for the construction trades that I shared earlier. Exceptional. So I'm here on the transportation.gov website, and we're going to look at their what they call fiscal year 2022-2026 strategic plan. Now in this space, they don't run a January until December year. Okay. Their fiscal year, I believe, ended at the end of September, October, but we'll see here. And then it tells you the Department of Transportation strategic goals and objectives. This is a roadmap for transformative investments that will modernize our infrastructure to deliver safe, cleaner, and more equitable transportation systems. If you are thinking about what type of business do I want to get into, and you have some capital to invest, or you're willing to take the risk and take the loans, which I think you should invest your own capital first, work and do this part-time and then make it full-time and do what you have to do. You need to know about this plan. Okay. So we can go back and look at other older plans, budget performance, and then their strategic plan. Here are some of their strategic goals. Now, again, we know the Infrastructure and Investment Act, but they want to make our transportation system safer for all people. Our transportation system in the United States of America, when you travel outside of the States and go, like I've been all over I've been mainly to Asia. You get there and you come back here and you're on the train like, oh my God, I'm scared. I've been in New York subways, Atlanta, you'll get scared because we are so far behind. And doesn't feel like it's safe for people. And they have a strategic goal to advance a future without transportation related serious injuries and fatalities. I mean, how many people die every single year because of transportation related injuries and fatalities? Okay. The next thing, economic strength and global competitiveness. So again, these are things that if this is your space, you should know. These are things I would include in my business proposal. I would include on my website. I would include in the information that I share online. These are things that I would include. All right, so let's look at their strategic plan. Okay. So we're going to look at the strategic plan, and this is a whole series for DBEs. If you are a non-certified DBE, reach out to me. I will help you get certified. I don't charge for that. Okay. Do not pay someone to help you get a free certification. You don't need it. All you're doing is giving them documentation and they're uploading it to a website. And there are people in every single state that are assigned through the Civil Rights Office to help you get certified. You don't need to pay someone, okay? And I'm not trying to take away from anyone else's business that's out there, but this is a certification you can do. Now, you may need certification consulting in terms of, well, which certification should I get and how should I do it and all of that? And maybe you want to pay someone to now do the maintenance, because every year when these certifications come up for renewal, it is a lot of work, okay? Because sometimes you have to submit most of the time it's just an affidavit that you have to sign this notarized document, but sometimes it's more than that. So again, I want you to understand where all of this is and how to incorporate it in your business and thinking long-term about your business, okay? There are people to contact to help us build and scale these businesses, but it works best in the traditional space, okay? Non-traditional, like I say, I tell people if I could go back, I may have done things differently, and I may not have because I've done well in my current model of business. But if you are in the trades industry, this is it for you. Okay. Don't work so hard going, I see people in my neighborhood, landscapers knocking door to door. Why get one $2,000 contract when you can get a $200,000 contract? Okay. You can get a $200,000 contract. So let's just go down here and we know what, their goals are. And then how does what you do fit into these goals? Here's their mission. Okay, here's their values. Here's their strategic goals. So they have safety. Okay, so perhaps you do safety and awareness training, critical infrastructure, cybersecurity, job creation, high performing assets. So let's look at this. So I want to actually look at some of their economic strength and global. Let's look at this. You can go through and read their strategic plan, and it's something that you should be familiar with. Looking at organizational structure. This is all. So remember, when we're talking DOT, we're not just talking about our highways and byways. We're talking about Federal Aviation Administration. There's also, I don't want to get too complicated. So I'll do a future video on the DBE and the ACDBE, which is airport concessions. Typically, if you see minority or women-owned businesses operating in the airports, they are an ACDBE. They are disadvantaged. But there's a whole association that can help you get in this space, but it's called AMAC, the Airport Minority Association of Contractors, I believe. But you have your federal highways, federal motor carrier safety, federal railroads, okay, your federal transit, maritime, National Highway Traffic Safety, Pipeline and Hazards, Great Lakes, St. Lawrence. So again, it encompasses all of those. Administration priorities, okay, you can see that there. And then their strategic goals overall. Economic competitiveness. So safety, they want to make things safer for all people. So even for me, I'm a natural teacher, educator. I was a school teacher for a few years. I have a daughter that's a school teacher, my oldest daughter. My grandmother was a school teacher. I come from a family of school teachers. But if safety is a high priority, is there something that you can do in your company to, and I thought even with my company, like, okay, if I can get OSHA certified and then certify people and train people awareness, think about things that you can do, but here are some of their objectives. Okay. So, and this is for, they're all their agencies: safe design, safe systems. Okay. And again, performance indicators. So by September 30th, 2023, next year, at the time I'm recording this video, they'll reduce the rate of motor vehicle fatalities from 1.36 per 100 million to no more than 1.22. Well, doesn't seem like a whole bunch. Reduce 66% of motor vehicle related fatalities, excuse me. So again, it's showing you their goals: increase transit ridership. Okay. What type of things? Now, again, this is for a traditional company. You do some marketing. Maybe this might be one you want to go in and say, hey, I want to specialize in this space. And how do you get more people to ride increase their transit use? Now, where I live, I'm not close to the subway, but I'm really close to a bus service that can take you downtown and get on the subway. Okay. Transit in cities, economic competitiveness. Okay. I want to look and see if they have anything. I know the plan, but I'm going to see if they have anything about this DBE. It's not specific. Okay. They have some equity things. Okay. They're talking about disadvantaged populations. Okay. They want to reduce the effects of structural obstacles to building wealth. And again, these are things we would look at the strategic plan. Okay. So I just want you to be familiar. Disadvantaged populations looks like they're talking about. There's a specific place where they talk about the DBE that we're going to go into. All right. So now let's go into the DBE for the Department of Transportation, their mission. We looked at their fiscal strategic plan. But again, the definition of a DBE. Come on. All right. So listed here. Your for-profit, this does not, nonprofits cannot qualify as a disadvantaged business. They can't do like a minority business, woman-owned business. They have their own, I guess, set of certifications and designations. But this is specific for small businesses who socially, economically disadvantaged individuals own at least 51% interest and also control. You have to own and control. They will interview you. You must own and control management, daily business operations. African Americans, Hispanics, Native, Asian, and you can see here, are presumed to be socially and economically disadvantaged. But there are other individuals that qualify as well. Okay, it's a case-by-case basis. So for instance, very clear example, white male doesn't fall under this, but it could be a white male that is a veteran may qualify under this. There are size limits as well. And here's the role of the and responsibilities of your states. That's why I said you don't have to pay people for this. They certify, they have goals. Then there are subcontracting goals that the state has. Now they're low in a lot of instances. We're not talking about like 50% goals. It could be 5%, 8%, 2%, 10%. Okay. But there are rules and regulations. And then they have an Office of Small and Disadvantaged Business. Okay. There's an Office of Disadvantaged Business as well. And you can learn about the subcontracting opportunities. So let's visit this OSTBU. Okay. This is the Office of Disadvantaged. Okay. Sign up for this newsletter so you know what's going on. There are so many small business resources available for small businesses. Your states have DBE, what they call programs. My company is actually administered DBE programs in various states. I also have a DBE academy, a DBE business academy. I'm so tired of seeing small businesses struggle, especially in these traditional spaces where you all should be winning. Stop going after the small contracts and go after the larger contracts. But you can get additional information. And then again, the procurement forecast. You already saw that we looked at the strategic plan. Let's look at the forecast, okay? You can talk to a DOT small business specialist, but please, before you do something like this, reach out to me first. Hey, Montina, let's have a conversation, because many of you have, especially if you've never worked in corporate, you're really great at speaking about what you do, but not so great about how you do it, what makes you different, having capability statements, and just things that set your company apart, making sure you're not using Gmail addresses, making sure you have a nice website. So my company can help you with all sorts of things like that. So let's look here, right? And let's just say we want to do, like I said, small business, right? Let's look at women-owned businesses for the Federal Aviation Administration. Let's go 250. Okay, these are kind of small. Well, let's look here and see what they have for it. Let's look at education services, and let's look at fourth quarter. We're in fourth quarter now, right? And you can see I'm not making these up. Look at these contracts, okay? Sole source, small business set aside, 5 million to 10 million. There are plenty of opportunities out here, but you have to know these are federal opportunities. But guess what? Every state has opportunities. Okay, they have opportunities. See, no results. So this is great for you to come in and say, well, what is available? Okay, because again, a lot of people will say, get certified, get certified. There's a lot of opportunities. Why don't I just want to see, let's see what opportunities are available. Let's just look at all of them for women-owned. What is the Federal Aviation Agency looking when it comes to women-owned in the forecast? Okay. Well, maybe I can't be searching it right. Maybe they're just not low. Let's just see. But it's 2022. I think I selected 750 to 2 million. Okay, let's go up and let's just look at the 8A, and let's just look at business services, and let's look at fourth quarter. And they could be closed, and we could be looking at 2023. Oh, we want to see the pre-forecast. Let's go to another agency. And let's apply. Typically, if you are a woman-owned small business, a lot of women-owned small businesses apply also as economically disadvantaged. So I'm going to go back because I just think it's not working properly, because it's not that it's not going to show anything, but there are different programs. So I'm going to actually pause now, because this is a lot of information, especially if you're tuning in for the replay. I want you to know where the strategic plan is. I also want you to know that there are forecasts out here. I'm going to be spending as many days and weeks as I can on DBE. I think this is a valuable program. And I think that I know that small businesses aren't aware of these programs. I sit in so many rooms. I've been in business long enough to know and understand that one contract is life-changing for a small business. If you got a contract at $250,000, what could that do for your business? But you have to have your bonding. You have to have your capital. You need to have your website. You need to have your capability statement. You need to have your elevator pitch. You need to make sure that you're networking and know the right people. You need to make sure you have capital in place and business credit, because there are times when you'll need that too, and a proper team. So let's look at the small business set aside for FAA, Federal Aviation Administration, and they need business services. So let's just see what does that look like for you? And I really love talking about this. I really do. All right. So business services, project management and change management support. Okay. Is this a follow-on to a current 8A contract? I actually know somebody in this space. I'm going to copy this and send this to them. Okay. All right. So let's look at another one for business services. Okay. It says it's in progress, but okay. I'm not sure exactly what that means. Oh, and then the contact is right here. Now, again, I don't recommend that you pick up the phone and call them. I just don't, because you want to be very strategic. You want to make sure that you're doing correct introductions. You're going to events. Okay. Let's look at this small business set aside for business services. And let's see what's there. Let's see if we can find something for marketing, if you're in the marketing space. Type 2 audits. Okay. So these are from audit information. Well, the due date has passed. Okay. So They're already put out this information for first quarter. Okay, transportation services, small business set aside. And if you don't know, I've also created kind of sort of maybe a small business for some of you that are like, man, I don't mind researching this and sending it out to small businesses that might, not have access to this information. This one is an air shuttle, 5 million to 10 million. Okay, so if you know someone that has an air shuttle. One day, I walked into a room and I was looking for, it was in Georgia, and I was like, oh, I must be in the wrong room. I just wanted to understand. At that time, I was really getting into contract set asides procurement. And I ended up walking in and I walked out because I was like, I don't think I'm in the right place. And I can't remember. I think it was Advanced Auto Parts. It was one of the auto parts stores. And the lady was like, well, what are you looking for? And I said, well, I'm looking for to learn about contracts. She said, oh, you're in the right place. These billion-dollar companies bid on these government contracts. If I remember correctly, Dave Ramsey has a contract with the government providing speaking services and his books and things like that. And I think it's for one of the military commands. Okay. So let's look at service disabled. My husband is a service disabled veteran-owned program management support. Okay. My husband probably could even do this. He did logistics in the Army. So 10 million and 20 million. How could $1 million contract save your business? Excuse me, help you build your business. If you had $1 million contract, what could that do for your business? Okay, so let me do this here. All right. Get some people in here that are just doing weird stuff in the chat. All right, look, vessel building repair, service is not listed. So does this take some time? Yeah, it does. But I want you to know these are federal opportunities, but there are state opportunities. There are state opportunities. Okay, I just left an opportunity in my state of Georgia, in my county, and it was $180 million opportunity. The primes had it, and they were looking for subcontractors. You could do supplies, okay, but it's a sole source. That means there's only one source that can provide that particular service. They have computer related services. Let's just see what it is. Small business set aside. Could you use 250,000? 250,000, you could work for yourself and have maybe one other employee helping you, and you could do this, but I would not put all my eggs in one basket. But this is Salesforce licenses, okay? Salesforce licenses. Do you provide Salesforce consulting? I actually know a company that does that, okay? All right. I'm not going to send it to them. I know them. Let's see here what this small business set aside is, okay? Now, the other thing is, don't get caught up in doing this over and over and over, because like you can spend a lot of time like, oh man, I want to see all of the opportunities. Have a plan in mind. So I just wanted to kind of introduce you to, there's just so much. I want to introduce you to DBE, Disadvantaged Business Enterprise for Traditional Businesses. I want you to know that there is help out there for you. There is help in your state for you. We will actually look at that in the upcoming videos, but I am here as a resource for you. So let me stop sharing my screen so I can look at you. I am here as a resource for you. If you need any help understanding, where do I fit? What do I do? I'm telling you, I get business cards from people in business, cover up some of this business owner's information. And I went to look at his business card. Okay. There's no email address. I go to the website and I'm like, it's a Gmail address. Like, people are not taking you seriously. They're just not. There are very specific things that you can do to stand out, but okay, so what you do? Grading, clearing, demolition, site preparation, excavating. What makes you different? Are you certified? Are you bonded? How many years have you been in business? Are you minority or veteran owned? Some of you woman owned. How many years of experience do you have? How many people are on your team? So there are many, many things that you can do. So I'm going to end with that. If you have questions, let me know. We're going to be talking through the DBE Business Academy, and I'll actually have openings next year for you all to join the Academy and work with me. Nominal cost.